So just settle back on your heels, knees wide. By all means, reach the arms forwards because we are going to start with some side bends from this position. But for now, just long breaths, tuning into your breath. You can relax your head and elbows onto the mat if you want to start with. And then straight away, when you're ready, walk the fingertips over to your right and press your chest towards the mat. You should feel some stretch down your left side in your obliques. Just hold it here for another breath. And walking through the middle, over to your left side. Dropping the sternum to the mat. Feeling the right side stretching. And then come back to center again. Rise up onto all fours, going through your all fours onto your front straight away. And then pressing the feet into the mat, starting with some mini cobras. Make sure you lengthen the shoulders first and the neck. Elbows are clamping down by your side. Inhale as you lift. Maybe drop your head up and back a little bit. And exhale as you come down. Do that a few more times in your own time. Make sure you start feeling those back muscles. So maybe less push from the hands and more pull from the back, but not the lower back. Keep pressing the feet into the mat, feeling more and more in the upper back muscles. Just a couple more, and if you want to with the last one, you can release the hands off of the mat just to make sure you're really using the back muscles. And then come all the way onto the mat. Push back onto all fours. And then start with cat-cow, but mainly focus on stretching your back, rounding the back to the ceiling. And again, opening the heart, big inhale. So it's all about switching on the muscles around your spine, your trunk, and mobilizing them. And then one more time. Once you've done your last one, tug the toes under and walk the hands forwards into puppy. Keeping the arms straight, and we'll only be here for a few breaths. Pressing the sternum, the armpits through to start feeling the stretch in the chest, in the shoulders. And once you reach your maximum, round your lower back only, so suck your belly button in to make sure there is no tension in the lower back. And we're mainly focusing on the shoulders, the chest. Long arms, try not to strain your neck either, maybe the forehead on the mat. But some of you might be more flexible, you might be able to put your chin onto the mat. Again, make sure you're not straining your lower back. And then slowly walk the hands back. Keeping your toes tucked under, just sit your bum on your heels. To start stretching the soles of your feet and your big toes. Once you're there, just roll the shoulders back a couple of times. And then interlace the fingers in the front, round your back, slouching here, dropping chin to chest. And hold that back stretch, back of your shoulders. Just for another breath. And then release it off, open up nice and wide. Put your hands on your lower back and squeeze your elbows together, opening your chest. I'm not really doing a back bend here. Just opening the front of the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then hands on the mat, back onto all fours. And we are going to do an opening with the arms and then thread the needle. Open your left arm up to the ceiling. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, just the once, thread it through under your right armpit and try and rest your shoulders, back of the shoulders and the left ear onto the mat. Make sure your left palm is pointing to the ceiling. And try your best to keep your hips above the knees. Think about maybe reaching the right arm up to the ceiling to keep twisting that back. And then you might be able to put your palms together into a prayer position. I'm just going to go the other way for a second in case you're looking. And you might be able to press that bottom elbow onto the mat and the top elbow to the ceiling. If that's too much, just keep that right hand on the mat. Hold it for one more breath. And then bring your right hand on the mat. Slowly come back onto all fours and straight away we're starting the other side. Once you restack your shoulders, reach the right arm up, inhale, exhale, thread the needle close to that left wrist under your left armpit. Right shoulder ear goes onto the mat. You might be able to lift the left hand straight away to open first. And then maybe bend that right elbow, hands together in a prayer position. And then press that right elbow into the mat. Draw the belly button in to feel that twist in the back. One more breath here. And then release the left hand down. Come back onto all fours. And then reach the fingertips forwards, tug the toes, and find your first downward dog. Bit of pedaling here to loosen the calves. Generously bend the other knee whilst you're pressing the heel to the mat. And then once you found your static downward dog, make sure you're still bending the knees and keeping the heels off the mat. Make sure your arms are long. The middle fingers are pointing to the front of the mat. Draw the shoulder blades towards the lower back. And then lift the right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Let's just open straight away once you're up there. So bend that right knee and try and point it up to the ceiling. So you're stacking the hips on top of each other. I'm still keeping the left heel off of the mat, but if you're a bit more flexible in your hamstrings, calves, maybe press the left heel a bit closer to the mat. Arms are staying straight. You can always look under your right armpit and keep opening that hip. Pull that right heel close to your bum. You're almost trying to touch the right heel to the bum. And then extend that right knee. Come back into downward dog. Place that right foot down. Center that downward dog. And when you're ready, lift the left leg behind you. Bend the left knee straight away once you're up there. Stack the hips as much as you can. Left knee is trying to point to the ceiling. Left heel is almost touching the bum. Straight arms. Look under that left armpit. Feel the opening in the side body. And then place that left leg down. And slowly make your way to the front of the mat. Feet hip distance once you're there. One halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Big inhale. And exhale, then go down, bend the knees. Try and fold from the hips, not the lower back. Hang your head as well. If you want to grab your elbows with the opposite hand, it might be nice. And you can swing side to side. Just double check on the neck again, so there is no tension. And then put your hands on your shins, round your back, bend the knees. And slowly peel your spine up. Restacking the vertebra one by one. Once you're up there, take a big inhale. Reach up as you exhale, hands to heart center, and then release the hands by your side. We're going to do 3 sun salutations. A bit slower to start with, and we speed it up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees forwards from the hip with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Make it nice and slow and long spine. Hands on the mat, step or jump back into your high plank position. Just with the first round, take another big inhale to prepare you for your chaturanga. And then exhale, sink through it, knees down, knees off, however you need to. Inhale into Cobra, press the feet into the mat. Take the thighs off if you want to do your downward dog, upward dog straight away. And then lift your bum up into your downward dog. Go through your child's pose if you need to. Once you're there, hold your downward dog for one more inhale. Make sure your knees, your feet and your hands are no wider than your shoulders and your hips. Inhale, look forwards, bend your knees and make your way to the front of the mat. Step it or hop it. Inhale, halfway lift once you're there. And exhale, forward. Start stretching those hamstrings. Inhale, bend your knees again. Hinge up with a flat back. Reach up on the top. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release the arms by your side twice more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward from the hips, flat back. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga straight away. You take your time and take an extra breath before you sink onto the mat. Push forward into your cobra or upward dog if you want the thighs off. And exhale, downward dog. Once you're there, focus on the stretch in your chest. So keep a slight bend in the knees for now. And exhale. Inhale, look forwards, bend the knees and make your way to the front of the mat as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep stretching those hamstrings, but bend the knees slightly. Inhale, come up with a flat back. So bend the knees for that. Reach up on the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the arms. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, or take that extra breath. Inhale as you open into cobra or upward dog. Make sure you press the feet onto the mat. And exhale, downward dog. Hands are no wider than your shoulders. Hold it for one more inhale. And one more exhale. Let's reach across, right fingertips towards the left outer thigh or maybe the ankle, just to twist that downward dog. Reach however far you can. And then pull gently. Look under your left shoulder. So you're twisting the downward dog. Hold it for one more breath. And then right hand down. Let's change over. Left fingertips are coming towards the outside of the right thigh. Maybe glide it down onto the ankle. Look under the right armpit. And then come back into your downward dog. Find a stretch. On your next inhale, bend the knees, make your way to the front, step it or hop it as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward to stretch the hamstrings. Whilst we are here, sandwich the feet together. So we are getting ready for your Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskar B. Now this time, round your back, bend your knees and come up slowly. Reach up on the top again, big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the arms. We've got Sun Salutation again, but Sun Salutation B. Inhale, chair. Sit your bum low, squeeze the knees together. Let's take the first one slow. Biceps by the ears if you can. Reach fingertips high. If you can lift your toes off, you know that the weight is mainly in your heels. Suck your belly button into your lower back. Take another big inhale, maybe look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga again, however you want to do it. You can always leave out the press up bit. Inhale if you're opening up into your cobra, upward dog. And find your downward dog. Next inhale, lift the right leg behind you, three-legged dog. And lift that right, step the right foot behind the right wrist. So it's a shorter step than usual. Pivot the left heel onto the mat and lift up into warrior one. Lift the arms to the ceiling, bend that front knee. Now check your hips, shoulders, try and line them up with the mat. If you need a bit more distance between the 2 feet, feel free to try that. Take another big inhale. Exhale, put the hands in front of the right foot. Shoot the right leg back and go through your chaturanga or lay it out. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Lift the left leg behind you as soon as you're there. Step the left foot behind the left wrist. Pivot the right heel onto the mat. Lift up into warrior one. Let's just hold it here. Try and keep bending that knee. So my stance is a lot shorter than a warrior two because I want those hips square. I want to load the weight in the front leg as well as the back leg. One more inhale as you reach up and exhale, chaturanga straight away. So put the hands in front of the left foot, shoot the left leg back and sink through it. Inhale, cobra, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. On your next inhale, look forward, bend the knees, exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Feet together if you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees and come all the way into a standing position. Reach up, exhale, hands to heart center. Same thing, twice more. Release the arms. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga, you can always leave it out. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step behind the right wrist. Pivot the back heel onto the mat. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, Chaturanga straight away. Shoot that right leg back as you put the hands down. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Lift the left leg, inhale. Exhale, step behind the left wrist. Pivot the back heel onto the mat. Inhale, arms up, Warrior One. Exhale, hands down, shoot the leg back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog, lovely everyone. On your next inhale, look forwards, bend the knees, make your way to the front of the mat, feet together, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release the arms. Let's do that one last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga. Leave out the press up if you want to. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Inhale, right leg up. Step behind the right wrist. Exhale. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, lift the arms, Warrior One. Exhale, Chaturanga straight away. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step behind the left wrist. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, arms up, Warrior One. Exhale, Chaturanga, shoot that left leg back. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. And hold it here. Let's do another twist. If you want to put your feet a bit wider than your hips, please do. Right arm is reaching across outside of your left thigh, maybe ankle. Hold that twist, look under your left shoulder. Right hand down. Left hand across. Feel that twist. Feel the strength in your right arm. Left hand down. Find your Downward Dog. On your next inhale, look forwards, bend the knees, step or jump to the front, feet together. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the arms. I'm going to go back to the chair, but we're not doing the sun salutation again. Inhale, chair, reach the arms high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Twist to your right. Left elbow on the right thigh if you can. And just hold that twisted chair. Long spine, knees together, so look down, double check that they are together. Right elbow to the ceiling if you can. Sit your bum a bit lower if you can. Inhale, reach the arms up, chair. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to your left. Right elbow on the left thigh if you can. Pressing knees together. You're trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other, but be straight back if possible. Left elbow pointing up. Come back to center. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. You've got one Chaturanga here. You can meet us in Downward Dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Sink through it with the same out breath. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. And exhale, Downward Dog. Let's just hold it for one more inhale. And exhale. Lift the right leg behind you and open that three-legged dog again, just like at the beginning. So bend that right knee, pull the right heel to your bum. Straight arms. Inhale, straighten that right leg and pull that right knee to the nose as you exhale. Come onto the right fingertips and step through in between the thumbs. Find your runner's lunge. Pop the back knee onto the mat. You can keep the back toes tucked under or on top them. Inhale, reach up, crescent moon. I'm going to interlace fingers, pointing first 2 fingers to the ceiling. Lengthen to the ceiling, the trunk mainly, shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale. As you exhale, give me a slight back bend, but make sure it's coming from the upper back, not the lower back. Keep bending that front knee. So if all goes well, your arms are straight and you feel the stretch in the front of your hip. By all means, drop the head back if you want. Any pain in your back, you might want to come back, lengthen again, and just push your thumbs behind you, nothing else. Take one more inhale as you look forwards and straighten up. And exhale, push that right leg back into 3-legged dog again. So same side, open the hips again. Bend the right knee, point the right knee up. Right heel to your bum. On your next inhale, straighten that right leg again. Exhale, knee to nose. Round the back, touch. Come onto the right fingertips and step through. Runner's lunge again, still the same side. Left leg straight this time. Reach the right arm up. Easy twist. And just hold. Stacking shoulders. Turning right ribcage to the ceiling. Left leg straight. Now stay here if you want, or lift the right toes. Come onto the outside edge of the right foot. Drop the right knee out. So my right toes are pointing outwards to the right. And left heel spins onto the mat. Drop the hip and point the right fingertips towards the left heel. Hold it here. Reach back up into your easy twist. Big inhale. Exhale, 3-legged dog, right hand down, shoot that right leg up. Open on the top again. This is your last one. Try and really stack those hips on top of each other, straight arms. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Rounding the back, touch. And then step through in between the thumbs. Once you're done, you make sure your right knee is above the right ankle. Reach up into your crescent lunge, back leg straight if you can. And hold, sink into it nice and deep. Interlace the fingers in the back. Point the knuckles down as you open the heart. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Keep a slight bend in the back knee if your lower back is hurting. Give it a slight back bend. Big inhale. Exhale, open the chest a bit further. Maybe lift the hands off of the hips. And then reach up. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Exhale, pivot the back heel down. Warrior 2 this time. Really opening that hip. Sing nice and deep. Bend that right knee. Inhale, reverse, right fingertips to the ceiling. Reach the left fingertips towards the left calf if you can. Exhale, side angle, right elbow on the right knee. Left bicep to ear, extending straight away. And then once you're there, we go again. Reverse the warrior. Right fingertips up, inhale. Exhale, side angle. If you're ready already, if you're ready, right fingertips to the mat. But one more time, inhale. Reverse the warrior, right fingertips up. And exhale, extending the side angle wherever that right elbow is. And hold. Keep bending that front knee. An option here, you can sink a bit lower and start the bind. My left fingertips are going on the top of my right thigh behind me. And just pivot that left shoulder up to the ceiling. Or you can reach the right arm underneath your right hamstrings and do a bind behind me. So try and find the hands. Once you're there, keep bending that front knee and pivot that left shoulder to the ceiling. So you've got that long back going on. Hold it for one more breath. And then release out of the bind. Back into your extended side angle. And then inhale into your last reversed warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, chaturanga. Releasing the tension in your right thigh. Inhale, Cobra, Upward Dog. And exhale, Downward Dog. While we are recovering in the legs, walk the feet about half a foot closer to your hands. So you've got a bit more support on the hands. We are going to drop both elbows onto the mat. Inhale, drop into your dolphin, but press the chest towards the ankles. Exhale, warrior two. Downward dog, sorry, straight arms. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, elbows off. Twice more. Inhale, dolphin, bum high, pressing chest through. Exhale, downward dog. One more time. Inhale, elbows down. Press the chest. Exhale, downward dog, and hold. I'm going to walk the legs back where I came from. So back into your downward dog. And then let's start the other side. Lift the left leg behind you, three-legged dog. Pivot open on the top. Point the left knee up, left heel comes to your bum. On your next inhale, extend that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, try and touch. Come onto the left fingertips. Step through in between the thumbs. Find your runner's lunge. Put the back knee onto the mat. Rise up, crescent moon. Interlace the fingers and reach the fingertips to the ceiling. Lengthen the waist. Try and square your hips. When you're ready, start that back bend from the top of your shoulders, from the upper back, not the lower back. Keep bending that front knee. You should feel the stretch in the front of your right hip. You can always drop the head back if you want. No back pain. You should be feeling the strength increasing in the back of your shoulders. One more inhale as you look up. Exhale, hands down, and shoot that right leg to the back, left leg to the back. Go back into your three-legged dog. Inhale, open nice and wide, bend the knee, pull the left heel to your bum. Straight arms, look under your left armpit. Extend on your next inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Touch and step through with control. Left arm up, easy twist. Let's just hold this here. Straight arms, stacking shoulders, long neck, reaching left fingertips to the ceiling. Back leg straight for now. When you're ready, point the left toes outwards, so you pivot on the outside edges of both feet. Drop the hips and point the left fingertips towards the right heel. Hold it for one more inhale, one more exhale. Back into easy twist. Center the hips, reach the left fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale, left hand down. Push the left leg back, three-legged dog, open on the top again. Really stacking the hips here. Straight arms. Last time. Extend the left knee. Big inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Try your best to touch. And then step through. Find your runner's lunge. On your next inhale, lift up into your crescent lunge. Back leg straight this time. And then sink nice and deep. Whilst you're here, open the arms, open the shoulders. Interlace, point the knuckles down first while you're rolling shoulder blades together. See what you feel on your lower back. There should be a stretch in the front of your right hip. No lower back pain. One more time, a slight back bend if you want. And on your next inhale, look up, reach the arms up. Exhale, pivot the right heel down, warrior two. And then find that lovely open stance. Reach the left fingertips up, reverse. Reach the right fingertips towards the calf. Inhale. Exhale, elbow on the knee, extending that side angle. Right bicep by the ear. And then straight away, reverse that warrior. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up. Exhale, extending the side angle if you're ready. Left fingertips towards the ceiling. Right bicep by the ear. One more time, inhale, reach up, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. And if you want to start that bind, right fingertips behind you on top of the left thigh. Maybe bend down further, reach under the left hamstrings. Bind and then pivot the shoulder open. Sink into that left knee more. Back into your side angle, wherever that was for you. Extend. And then inhale, reverse the warrior. Reach the left fingertips up. Exhale, cartwheel through. Chaturanga. Sinking through it. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. If you need to walk your feet a bit, please do. Just to release the tension. Walk the feet to the front into your Malasana yogic squat. Wide feet, toes out, heels down. And then start sitting down low. You should be warm, but this is your first one. Take your time. Maybe knuckles into the palm and press. Lift the chest. And feel the stretching the inner thighs. A few deep breaths. Have a go with your crawl if you want to, inside of your knees, on triceps, hands flat, and then slowly rounding the back, and then taking off slowly, maybe looking forwards. If not, stay with your inner thigh stretch. A lot of weight in the wrists, if you want to give them a little bit of a strength. Take your time. If you can hold it, think about crossing the feet the other way, whilst you're up there. And then take one more breath. Nice and patient with this one, lots of strength in the wrists. And then come back into your yogic squat. Hands down on the mat, push your bum high. Walk your feet hip distance. Halfway lift, inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. And then come up slowly. Restack the vertebra one by one. Inhale on the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feet together again, getting ready for another chair. Release the arms by your side. We're going to move again. Inhale, sit into chair. Squeeze the knees together. Exhale, stand up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Swing the arms down and up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, Tadasana. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Release the arms twice more. I want you to feel the back muscles, so give them a good squeeze. Squeeze, but squeeze your bum as well, so you're not arching your lower back. Release the arms. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, stand up, squeeze. And now interlace the fingers behind you. Bend the knees slightly as you start bending forward. Drop the head. If you feel very unstable, bring the feet hip distance. Drop your head. I'm going to bend the left knee a bit more and try and touch the left shoulder to the left knee whilst I'm looking over to my right, dropping the fingertips to my left. You might not touch, but that is okay. Come back to center. I'm bending that right knee, trying to touch the right shoulder to the right knee, looking over to my left. We're just going to do one more each way. Inhale in the middle, exhale left to left. Inhale in the middle, exhale right to right. Inhale back to middle, release the arms. Hug the back of your knees. Then go down if it feels better. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's go through a chaturanga. Exhale, step or jump back. Same breath takes you down. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg behind you, open that three-legged dog just like before. Hold it for one more exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Touch and hold it for one more inhale. On your next exhale, step through. Find your runner's lunge again. And we're going to start stretching the hip flexors a bit. I'm going to bring the right arm and the inside of my right foot. Heel toe the right foot outwards towards the outside edge of the mat. And hold it here. I'm still on the fingertips. Drop the hip. And then drop the back knee down. Think about left elbow going onto the mat. If not, it's not a problem. And then right elbow going onto the mat. Once you're there, try and lengthen the spine. If you want to come onto the outside edge of the right foot again by dropping the right knee outwards, it might help. If it's very uncomfortable, come back onto your hands, and that is absolutely fine. Whether you're on your hands or elbows, lift the right fingertips to the ceiling as if you were doing an easy twist. Make sure you're dropping the right knee outwards, and then gently push the right heel of the hand into your right knee, just to give it a gentle push. And then look up to the ceiling. Feel that your rib cage is turning up to the ceiling. Stay here if you want, or tug the left toes, and then lift the back knee off. You might not like that. And I'm still dropping the hip, even though I'm trying to keep the left knee straight, but I'm dropping the hip downwards. Again, being on the left hand rather than the elbow is absolutely fine. Drop the left knee down, untug the toes. Come back onto the hands. Let's reach back for a glute stretch. I'm lying, a quad stretch. Right fingertips to the front and up, circle all the way around, and just reach back for now. And that's enough for me. Otherwise, grab that left foot. Gently push the left foot into that right hand. Keep dropping the hip. Create the tension in your left hip flexor. And without coming up on your next exhale, just release the tension and pull the left heel onto your bum. Once you reach your maximum, just turn your right shoulder up to the ceiling. And then release slowly. Bring the hand around and onto the mat. Bring your right foot flat and bring the hands onto the knee. Give it a slight back bend here. I'm going to do a half split. You can work on your splits if you want. Fingertips on the mat. I'm framing the front foot. Start extending the front knee. See how far you can take it. Please be careful because it's probably quite tired now. Once you manage to turn the right toes to the ceiling, just level the hips. So wiggle your bum around. Take a big inhale. You might want to have the fingertips closer to your left knee. Lengthen the spine and exhale, fold. Fold as far as it goes. Just make sure you can feel the stretch in the hamstrings. If you feel that your right hip is wanting to go to the front and the left hip to the back, change it over. So level it out. Feel that you're isolating the hamstrings. If you're working on your splits, good idea to slide out, but try your best to keep the hips as square as possible. Otherwise, stay with me. I'm just holding the half split. Just to increase it, I'm going to lengthen the spine again with a halfway lift. Big inhale and folding further forwards. Exhale. And then slowly find your runner's lunge. Try and frame that front foot. On your next inhale, lift the back knee, shoot the right leg back. Go through a chaturanga or meet us in downward dog. Inhale, cobra, upward dog if you're doing it. And then find your downward dog. Pedal the heels a few times, and then you have the option to take a little break here in child's pose. We're going to practice your handstands. I'm going to step a little bit closer to the wrists. So my stance is shorter. And I'm going to be taking off from the right leg. So I'm lifting the left leg behind me, little bouncing in the right knee. I'm also trying to push the bum above the wrists. I'm also trying to swing that left leg. So there's a lot going on here. If you're ready for it, just go for it. If you want to go against the wall, please do. Otherwise, try and balance and keep the right leg in front of you. So you're definitely not falling back if you don't have that wall. Have a few goes taking off of your right leg. And then once you've done that, just sit down into your malasana, into your yogic squat, just in the back of your mat. Just having a little break here. Again, pressing into those knees. And then you have the option, if you want to have another go with your crow position. Again, triceps on the insides of your knees. If you want to take it further, then push your bum up into a forward foot, feet hip distance, and try your crane. If you're thinking about going through a chaturanga, then make sure you come to the front of the mat. I've got feet hip distance. I'm giving it a good forward fold. I'm making sure the hands are flat, fingertips, middle fingers are pointing forwards, lifting onto the tippy toes, trying to tug the knees into the armpits. And it's the same, please be careful and trying to tip forwards. I've got the hands about shoulder width apart if you're trying that. Otherwise, stay with your crow or just stretch the inner thighs. If you want to go through your chaturanga and really engage your core, big inhale. And exhale, as you can hear, it takes a lot out of me. As you land quite low, and then find your downward dog. Wherever you are, find the downward dog again with us. And then we are going to stretch out the hip flexors on the other side. Once you've got that downward dog, lift the left heel behind you. Open up into that three-legged dog again. Straight arms. Inhale, straighten that left knee. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it for a sec. Then step through. Hold your runner's lunge for a breath. And then left hand on the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the foot out. It's coming closer to the outside edge of the left side of the mat. I'm on the hands to start with. Hold the back knee onto the mat. I'm untucking toes. Maybe right elbow on the mat. If not, it's not a problem. And then maybe the left elbow on the mat as well, which will make it a little bit harder. Again, coming onto the outside edge of the left foot makes it a bit easier, and that is okay. Gentle push into the left knee. So I'm going to come all the way around with the left fingertips. And once the chest is open, I start gently pushing against the knee. Very gentle one. It's mainly about opening the chest, the rib cage, up to the ceiling. If you want to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off, feel free to do that. Keep your hip low and see if that it feels okay on the joints. If it doesn't, just pop that right knee onto the mat. Right knee on the mat, come back onto the hands. I reach the left fingertips forwards again, up, as if you were doing an easy twist, and then point the fingertips backwards. If you want to bend the right knee and grab that right foot, please do so. But first, press the foot into the hand and lower your hip. Create the tension in the front of your right hip, even more tension. And on your next inhale, keeping the hip low, just release the tension and pull the heel onto your bum. Once you're there, again, turn the left shoulder up to the ceiling. So you've got that extra twist in the back as well. Oh, I've lost Andrew again. And then release it off. Reach the arms up, big inhale. And exhale, hand down. I'm lifting the back leg. I'm framing the front foot. And then shoot that left leg back on your inhale. And exhale, chaturanga if you want. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Find that stretch paddle the feet if you need to. I'm going to practice your handstand, taking off of your left leg. You don't have to, but I need to come closer to the hands. I'm standing on the left leg. Again, I'm putting the three movements together, the swinging of the legs, the bouncing from the left leg, pushing the weight above my wrist. Make sure you're spreading those fingertips. And then have a little play with that. You're probably going to hate one side, just like I hate this one. We're going to have a little go with that. Once you've done a couple of those, maybe 3 or 4 of these on that side, just sit into child's pose for a sec, because I want to have another go with your bunny hop. If you don't have a wall, you might want to be careful with that. But before we do that, just sit onto your heels and have a go with your camel. If you don't have bendy back like myself, then tuck the toes under, come up, clench the glutes, and just stay by pressing the elbows together and opening the top of your shoulders, dropping the head back. Or you can reach down onto the heels if you want. Just make sure you're clenching the bum. Maybe reach down for the other one. Or maybe put them together. If you're a bit more bendy, then you might want to untuck the toes. Same thing, but please be careful on your back. Try and open your hips by squeezing your glutes. And make sure you're not hurting your neck. And then slowly come out of it. I'm going to put the hands onto the hips first. And then sit into child's pose. Just drop your head onto the mat. Just have a little think. We'll have another go with your handstands. And practicing the same with me is probably the safest if you don't have the wall. Otherwise, just push your bum back up again. And we're going to bunny hop. I need to go against the wall because I don't feel safe. But I've got the hands hip distance. I've got plenty of space. Sorry, I'm turning my back on you. And again, you're trying to jump your hips above the knees. What? The knees above the hip? No. I will sort it out. The hips above the head. And you're trying to find your balance. And then hopefully at some point you will stay up. Otherwise, stay with me. I'm doing the same from the downward dog. Maybe your preferred side if you want to have a play with that. And if you keep your legs in a split-ish position, you will feel a bit safer. So choose one option, have a little play around with it. If you're doing if you're doing the bunny hop, try and look either in between your thumbs or look behind you. Definitely not towards the wall. That's lovely, guys. Stand up just for a split second and shake it out. Just shake it out, your wrists, and just shake everything out. We're gonna have another go. Just choose your preferred option. Make sure your shoulders, your wrists are feeling a bit better, and just choose your preferred option. Let's have a few more rolls. Bunny hop or one leg off, whatever you need to do, wherever you feel safer. Wherever you feel that you need that, it's working for you. And then make this the last one. And then slowly come down. Let's go into our backs. Actually on your bum to start with, sorry. I'm gonna finish it off very soon. First, if you have a strap, grab it if you need it for a forward fold. Flex the feet up, pull your kneecaps up, sit up nice and tall. And then big inhale and exhale, wrap and start bending forwards. The fold is happening from the hips, not from the lower back. Feel the hamstring stretching, no lower back pain. Go with one halfway lift. Big inhale, long spine, and exhale, take it further. And slowly relax. Just one more spinal twist each way. Bring the right knee in and across, planting the right foot flat on the outside of your left thigh. Right fingertips behind you. Draw the spine up long. Big inhale, I'm going to reach the left fingertips up, and exhale, press the left elbow against the right knee. And look over your right shoulder. You can close your eyes here for a couple of breaths, 3 breaths, just to make sure your heart rate comes down. And lengthen those breaths. Use your out breath to twist that back. And then slowly come back to center. Just for a glute stretch before I change, the right heel is going to come onto my left thigh, flexing that right foot and just gently pushing down on the right knee. You might want the left fingertips behind you just to draw you up tall. Just give that knee a little push. If you can't feel your glute stretch, just go onto your back and do a glute stretch on your back. And then release it off. Come back into a seated position. Draw the left knee in. Across, spinal twist first. Left fingertips behind you, long spine. Big inhale and exhale, pressing that right elbow against the left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Again, closing your eyes here is quite nice. Lengthening those breaths and using your out breath to twist the back. And then release and come back to center. Flexing the left ankle. Bring the left heel across for a glute stretch or do your own glute stretch. I'm staying upright, right fingertips behind you, pressing on the left knee. If you fancy folding a bit forwards, a bit more forwards, it might help. Just find that glute stretch wherever that is for you. Make sure it doesn't hurt your knee. And then release out of it. We're going to finish with your neck stretches. So find that comfortable seated position where the spine is long. And just drop the shoulders away from the ears. Ear to one, shoulder one way. Change direction. And then drop the chin to the chest. Roll your head one way. And then roll your head the other way. And then lift your gaze. Take a big inhale to finish it. Fingertips together. Exhale, thumb to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Well done, guys.